Om Shanti. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning to everyone. Today I am very happy and pleased to introduce respected Divine Sister Asha Didi to all of you. Asha Didi came to Brahma Kumaris through her parents when she was 9 years old. Asha Didi holds gold medalist in MA Sociology. At present, Asha Didi is the director of the Om Shanti Retreat Center in Delhi. Asha Didi is also assistant editor of our Purity Monthly magazine. Asha Didi is also the chairperson of the administrative wing of our Research Education Center. And today, Asha Didi is going to talk to us on the subject Renunciation with Royalty. And as you listen to Asha Didi, if you have any questions, please send your question to live chat. And after that, Asha Didi will answer your questions. So enjoy listening to Asha Didi. And Didi, thank you very much for being with us today. And over to you now.
Om Shanti. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good day. I'm indeed happy to be with you all, although I'm not able to see any one of you. All of you are present in front of my eyes as angels. And the topic that Sister has given is renunciation with royalty. You know, we are all Brahmin souls. We have adopted this life, taken birth from Baba, new birth. And this birth is out of renunciation or love. Did we renounce anything? Or first, it was love for Baba? Even before we started loving Baba, I feel there was clear understanding and recognition of Baba. We recognized, realized that we are the ones who belong to this family, who belong to Baba. When Baba introduced himself to us, we realized it was my Father calling me. The knowledge that he gave, it started setting into our minds. And we started utilizing that knowledge. Baba has never asked us to renounce anything. Never. He has always said to us to have that deep love for Baba, love in all relationships, love which knows no limits, love which is from the heart, love which is unconditional. It is not merely Baba gives us this love, but in fact, we also have this sort of love for Baba. Renunciation is a big, strict word. Love, on the other hand, is very sweet word. When we love something, it becomes easy to give up the thing to which we are attached. It is in love we make sacrifice. Baba made us realize, children, look what you were and what have you become now. What we were? The deities. This is not you. You were the deities. But what has become of you now? You have lost everything, lost yourself, lost your father, lost your kingdom, lost your own introduction. And Baba, when gives us this realization, soul starts adopting it, assimilating it, soul starts feeling it. And when we start feeling, when we start having that loveful feelings for Baba, then it becomes very easy for us to give up anything. Nowhere Baba says to us, children, first you give up this and then come to me. Never. The way that Baba has taught us is royalty. Through royalty, he makes us to realize you belong to such a beautiful family. You belong to such a powerful family. And what is happening with you? Such a royal family. You had those royal sanskars. The sanskars where you were the rulers. You were having rule over the self. Self-sovereignty was there. You were not subservient to anything of the world. You were the masters. He makes us realize our royal form. When he makes us to realize our royal form, in the heart of the hearts, we start feeling so. If we give small little examples to people, that if there is someone who gets angry, and anger is his nature, let's say, when it comes to recognition, realization, in the heart of our hearts we feel, no, I'm not an angry kind of a person. If that person is asked to be angry all the 24 hours, will not be able to do so. Why? Because it is not his nature. Similarly, many other sanskars, what we call the old sanskars, the sanskars which we adopted in the copper and the iron ages due to vices, the vicious sanskars. Baba makes us realize that, children, these are not your sanskars. Your sanskars were different. And your original sanskars are of wisdom, love, peace, happiness, giving nature. All these are yours. Why? Because you are my children. Now this understanding again, that we belong to such a father. The father, my father is the ocean of all these great virtues which are not seen in the world today. If you see love, again it has become conditional. No true love is there. People are going around looking for peace. No happiness. People go to the places where they learn to love. All these things, Baba makes us realize that you are the children of the one who is the ocean of all these virtues, all these qualities. The very understanding, the feeling, oh, I belong to such a father. This makes me to have relationship, deep relationship with the Father, and by connecting my intellect with Him, I start absorbing the qualities that my Father has. And when the good qualities are there, there are two ways to correct the self. Supposing there is a can of water, dirty water, and you want to fill it up with nice, good water. There are two ways. One, to throw the entire can, and the second one is to put it under the tap, open the tap, and let the water flow. By and by and by, what happens? Dirty water goes out and good water remains there. Similarly, Baba has never asked us to give up everything just like that. No. Full understanding, full realization, full love, faith in Baba, trust in Baba. It is through these ways that we renounce those things which were not of use to us, but we were using them. Let us always remember that things, only those things which are not good, which are not giving any happiness to us, which are not of any use to us, which are bad, in other words, only those things are given up. Baba never asks us to sacrifice or to give those things which are good. Yes, when we get into the depth of it, then we understand how stealthily in the golden form Maya enters into our lives, and how Maya makes a very royal form. But Baba has given us very clear vision of Maya. Baba has given us very clear understanding of Maya. And we are able to discern and win it over. Baba has taught us the way to renounce, to the way to sacrifice is not through war. If there is anything that I wish to renounce, no war in the minds, that do it or not, if I do, what will happen? These are not the royal sanskars, like the ones that the warriors do. Baba does not make us the warriors. Baba does not make us the ones who will go to the silver age with bow and arrow. No. Royalty means winning over any sanskar with full understanding, with full knowledge, and being victorious over it. This requires lot of power of our determined thoughts. Fighting with the sanskars will take us to that age. We do not want to start our cycle from silver age. We want to be right in the beginning, one, one, one. And for this, for a long time, over a period of time, we must have those sanskars of victory. And these sanskars of victory will make us ultimately victorious and place us in the first birth. The choice is ours. If we keep fighting, then time, money, energy, everything goes waste. This is why Baba teaches us, children, forget this body consciousness and remember me. When it comes to renunciation, I recall once Baba had given one full 1 week course on renunciation. I think it was 82 when Baba was talking about renunciation. He gave us 7 or 8 murlis on renunciation only, one after the other, one after the other. And in that, Baba very beautifully clarifies how body consciousness, when you give up body consciousness and your mind is nicely fixed in the remembrance of Baba, full concentration, with that power of determination, that power of concentration gives us the power of determination, determined thoughts, because no thought is going waste. No thought is faltu, extra. No thought is ordinary. Here I would like to highlight, there is something which is called waste thoughts. We have understood what are waste thoughts. But there are those thoughts which are faltu, extra, with which we have no connection, which we need not have in our minds. But we just think about them, faltu, extra ones. It is not my job, but I sneak into it. Extra. Similarly, third one is what is called ordinary. Baba wants us to give up ordinary life. If ordinary thoughts are there, what sort of personality will be mine? Once Dadi Gulzar was sitting, and in front of her, 2 brothers were talking. Another sister came and she asked Dadi, they are talking and you are not saying anything, you are sitting quiet. Why don't you involve yourself? Why didn't you involve yourself in this? She said, it's ordinary things. Ordinary things. I do not want to make myself ordinary. Just look how royal is Dadi Gulzar. But this royalty is built up. And she said she has set for herself such a certain standard and she does not want to come below that. I do not want to be ordinary. Similarly, dear brothers and sisters, when we get into the depth of this kind of thinking, that I am so royal. What does Baba see in me? How does he want me to be? How does he want me to serve? When we start thinking of this, then giving up becomes very ordinary. In fact, if you ask me, when we look at the lives of Dadis, they did not make efforts to give up anything. And this is what we learn from them. We are not to make efforts to give up or renounce anything. The other way is just keep adopting good, powerful, extraordinary, royal sanskars so that the ones which are ordinary, they get dissipated automatically. You know pretty well, all of you must be experiencing, whenever you speak an ordinary word or something extra, a bell rings in your mind that you did not do the right thing. You did not make any vikarma, no evil this thing, but a bell rings, it is not of good standard. Same thing, renouncing with royalty means this, where with putting ourselves in good position through knowledge and understanding, and slowly and slowly those sanskars get dissipated. I'm reminded of one of the murlis of Baba, where he said, children, this time that you spend when you give value to time, to every second, what's the reward for it? People want your darshan. Darshan means glimpse. They just want a glimpse of you. In the path of bhakti, people have been saying, oh God, just give me your vision, just for 1 minute, 1 second, just I want to see you. What is that? Similarly, because we have valued our time in the confluence, made ourselves so valuable that people want to just have a darshan of ours. Similarly, when it comes to words, when we do not waste our words and give up, renounce the ordinary ones, then our words become what we call blessings, vardhan. And when we value our through thoughts, when we value our thoughts, they become blessings. And when we value our words, people aspire, people want to listen to us. They say, oh, just 2 words, just 2 words. In India, people say, do vachan, just little. If you are able to tell us just little, your words are so, we do not want much, but just tell us little. And similarly, when we value, when we transform our vision, then in India it is said, nazar se nihal, meaning through your vision, you give us so much of satisfaction. We go to the temples, we just want to have drishti of Baba, just drishti of Baba. Why? Why? Because Baba looks at all of us with that elevated vision that every single child is so nice, such a nice one. Raja Beta is my children. So when this feeling is there, naturally in that drishti, those vibrations can be felt. Similarly, Baba says, when you give value to your actions, then carelessness, lethargy, etc. is given up. Automatically, all these things are dissipated. I recall from Mama's life. Mama, we never saw her. I have seen Mama. What a towering personality, so pure, so powerful, yet so sweet and very knowledgeful. Mama, internally, Mama was a different person when she came to Baba. But why Mama transformed? She was not an ordinary girl. Otherwise, she was not. She was very firm in her ideas and thoughts before coming to Baba. Before coming to Baba, she had different lifestyle altogether. But when she came to Baba and the realization was there, within a second, she transformed herself. Her words used to be, every moment is the last moment. And it is this that made her to go so fast in this study that she became number one. Mama was never ordinary. We never saw her laughing. Never. She's always smiling. Royalty. Earlier, she was a dancing girl. Singing, dancing was her nature. But once that recognition was there, then she became very simple, very simple. Similarly, Baba, once he gave up something, let me tell you clearly, Baba surrendered all his property to the yajna. He formed a yajna. But he never and never touched money after that. Royalty was there. He did not consider anything to be his own. It has been given to Baba. And after that, that possessiveness, that it belonged to me, never appeared in the life of Baba. Dear brothers and sisters, Baba time and again tells us again and again and again, children, give up I and mine. We are easily, the renunciation of things is not a big deal, not a big thing. We Brahmins are now so powerful that we can adjust, accommodate ourselves in any circumstances. But there is subtle pride, subtle ego, buddhi, intellect. This tyag, this renunciation is very important. I have seen Dadiji conducting meetings, and our big brothers, they used to come up with different thoughts, different ideas, and sometimes they were very adamant. But when it was given to Dadiji to decide, and Dadi gave any decision, after that these brothers would just sit quiet. No, whatever Dadi has said is final. We are able to renounce everything, but I feel renunciation, which comes at the level of the intellect, is very difficult. Very difficult. It is here that we have to make efforts. Generally, when we give our opinion and it is not accepted, one way is, well, I said so, no one listened at that time. I have not renounced, I have held on to it. Well, why should I give any opinion when no one wants to listen to me. No. I've seen Dadi Chandramani with my own eyes. Once I was at the lunch table with Dadi Prakashmani, Dadi Chandramani, Dadi Gulzar, myself, Ishu Dadi. After lunch, Dadi Prakashmani asked Dadi Chandramani about a program. And Dadi Chandramani said, Dadi, I'm going on such and such a date. I have to go to Himachal. Lot of bhattis have been planned. Dadi Prakashmani, she said to Dadi Chandramani, how did you make this program? Dadi Chandramani said, Dadi, every year I go, every year I do this. No. Who did you ask? Did you ask me? Dadi Chandramani kept quiet. She just smiled. So, because every year I was doing. Said, no, you are not to go. You will not go. Instead of you, Dadi Gulzar will go and you will have to be here because of this. And I found Dadi Chandramani took no time and she immediately surrendered. She said, okay, Dadi, whatever you say. This is Tyag, giving up. Dadi Chandramani was not a small teacher. She was the joint chief of the organization. But within a second, sometimes I ask myself, am I able to do? Yes, to an extent, but thoughts are there. If the thoughts are there, it means it is not full renunciation. My thoughts are there means I'm fighting inside. And if I'm fighting inside, it is not a good sign of being full this thing. I have to yet collect more power so that within a second this is gone. Similarly, there are many cases where we have to renounce our intellect also, our thoughts, ideas. This becomes difficult. Baba very nicely said in his last Murli on renunciation, Baba said, children, you are yet to come out of I and mine. You give up everything, and when you come in alokik life, you become egoistic of your sacrifice also. Did you understand? Tyag ka bhi tyag. To be egoistic or to be proud of what you have renounced. Oh, I have renounced so much, I have done so much, let me see who is able to do all these things. So, no. Tyag ka bhi tyag. Even this thought should not be there in my mind, that I have renounced this. This is very deep. We remain conscious that I have renounced this. I am a very capable teacher, I am a very good speaker, I don't go for any programs, but people demand, people keep asking for me. So, these are subtle things where I have to give attention in renouncing, giving up. Baba said in that Murli that all of you say one thing, that we have to glorify Baba. But you keep in your mind that I have to do it. Baba said jokingly you glorify yourselves and you put Bap Dada in Paramdham. You put Baba in Paramdham. Who is doing it? Baba gets it done. So, in renunciation, when Baba says, if you just see the full form of real renunciation with royalty, out of the Murlis, the essence that I have been able to bring out is in our thoughts to be totally incorporeal. Nirakari. The three words that Baba has said towards the end of his Sakar life: Nirakari, Nirvikari, Nirankari. To be incorporeal, and this means renunciation of royalty. This means to be loving and yet detached, total detached. What we say, Nyara and Pyara. You are detached as well as loving. And here it is not the love of the Brahmins or the people that I have to win over, but love of Baba. Love of Baba. Sometimes I ask myself, and I ask sisters also, supposing we are all sitting in front of Baba, and Baba says, here are the keys of this. All of us have renounced, all of us are making efforts, all of us are becoming Sato Pradhan. But whom will Baba trust the most? Dadi Janki. He will give the keys to Dadi Janki. Why? What's the difference? That difference I have to discern. That difference I have to find out and qualify myself to be that. I'm trustworthy. Everyone else is also trustworthy. But still, Baba trusts Dadi Janki more. Why? What is it? What is it? We need to ask ourselves. Secondly, in our words, we have to be egoless, always sweet, and humble, polite. And when it comes to our actions, every single sense organ has to be viceless. Personality of purity should be seen. And through this personality, we are able to give vision to others. Vision of not the self, but vision of Baba. And the same Murli, Baba has said towards the end, instead of saying, chahiye, chahiye, I want this, no, all this gets dissolved. All these things get dissolved. So, my belief is, and my experience says, renunciation is one thing, giving up is one thing, but it remains so forever. For this purpose, what we need is tapasya. At times, we are able to renounce, and sometimes we find people going back to the same things. Why? And they say, earlier I used to do this. Then what goes wrong? second most important step, tapasya, is forgotten. So when tyag is there, renunciation is there, it has to be made powerful with tapasya. And when I do tapasya, then giving up becomes very easy. Where you are giving up and yet you are not feeling that you have given up anything. You have given up your position, you have given up your status, you have given up everything. And adopted, of course, new one. And yet you don't feel anything that you have given up this. By tyag does not mean that we start living such a life where people say, no, we must only have khichdi and we must only have a small little place to live, nothing. No, they say, no, no. Real tyag, renunciation is you are having everything of the world. Everything of the world. You have position, you have power, you have status. Yet nothing shakes you. Nothing deters you. This is tapasya, tyag with royalty. This is what Baba teaches us. Baba says in the Murli, clearly he says, and the formula for that is tapasya. Baba has given us this time to analyze ourselves, to look into the selves, and make ourselves ready. In fact, ever ready does not mean going away from here. No. Ever ready simply means to be prepared in such a way so that Baba is able to give our visions to the world. My vision, no. Baba's vision. I become the right hand of Baba. So this is what I felt from Baba's Murli is tyag with royalty, where you give up and yet you don't feel anything at all. Instead, you feel fortunate that you are able to do this, that you have been given this opportunity to avail it. So when this kind of thinking is there, then tyag does not seem difficult at all. Thank you very much. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti, Didi. Thank you very much for explaining with a lot of clarity what is royalty, what is renunciation, and the relation between the two. I'm here to put forth some questions that have been asked in the chat by our viewers, and I'm sure your answers to these questions will be beneficial for all of us. So Didi, one of the question is that if we have renounced a particular sanskar, how do we know that it has gone forever, that it has been overcome or renunciated completely? So what are the signs?
You know your sanskar, and when it does not appear, it has gone and gone forever, it does not appear at all, either in your thoughts or in your words or in your actions, in your behavior, interactions, means it is gone. It does not disturb you, it does not reappear in your mind at all.
It might also happen, Didi, that for the time being I feel the sanskar has gone because there is no trigger to bring that sanskar back. But sometimes much later I do realize that, oh, this is still there in me. So if the absence of trigger is mistakenly considered as renunciation of the sanskar, so how do I know in the absence of trigger that the sanskar has gone?
No, it is, you will know it, you will have the feeling of it, because if there is no trigger and that sanskar is still sitting over there, it means you are aware of it. And if you are aware of it, Supposing I have anger and I get angry, reactionary behavior. Now, for the time being, I'm going very smoothly, nothing is happening, no triggers. So I feel, oh, well, I have given up. Probably it has gone. But maybe it is not, it is sitting over there. And the opportunity that it finds, it reflects itself. I have to keep checking also. Deep down, I have to check myself, because sanskars are very subtle. In very subtle form, they can remain with you. And to check those sanskars, this is needed, that I get deep down and I will know, I will have the feeling that still it is there. Create a situation and see what your reaction is. So checking is.
That is so helpful, Didi, that we don't have to just rely on our actions but check our intentions and feelings,
Yes.
and create a situation to see whether I can,
Yes.
whether that sanskar reoccurs or not. And Didi, there's another very important question, which is the need of the hour, that how can we create an avyakt stage, and what is that avyakt stage exactly?
Avyakt, vyakt means belonging to this world, what we can see with these eyes. And avyakt is, means no. So avyakt is what we cannot see with these eyes. So vyakt is solid, what you are seeing, corporeal, in other words, it is corporeal. And avyakt is farishta, angelic. Through silence, practice of silence, introversion, we are able to create this avyakta stage. Earlier in the days of yajna, we saw dadis. They used to be in their rooms whenever there was any bhatti, yoga bhatti or so, withdrawn from everyone, just deep tapasya, silence. And when they used to come out, we could feel that they are very different, very powerful. And they did not speak a word, but their stage would make us avyakt, because they have practiced it the whole day. So avyakt is where you are not able to see the person in corporeal, that is body consciousness. Beyond that, and through silence and practice of meditation, tapasya, we can achieve that stage. And from that person, no iota of body consciousness will be felt. Like Baba, when he comes, how all of us, we become silent. What is it? It is avyakt baptada. And there's no body consciousness at all. Everyone forgets body consciousness. That is avyakt stage.
Thank you, Didi. And you mentioned about Mama. So she is indeed an embodiment of renunciation. So someone would like to know, they have asked that they would like to know more about Mama, how she renounced everything.
Mama did not take any time at all. Mama immediately, because Mama was educated from that time, and when Mama realized Baba, she immediately renounced. Baba said to her, she used to wear different kinds of dresses. Her aunt was a designer and dress designer, and Mama used to design her own dresses. She was very fond of, she was a very fashionable person. But when she found Baba and she understood, then from that day onwards she totally transformed. she started wearing white, and people were surprised how this girl who was so different in school, was so different, has transformed herself so much. Mama did not take any time at all. On the very first day when she meets Baba, she goes home with such intoxication and such realization that she writes a song in the love of Baba. And oh friends, shall I tell you what did I see in that Om Mandali? She made that song. So Mama did not take much time because of her, let's say, she had that kind of personality earlier also, because she was very hatili, that is
Stubborn. Stubborn.
not stubborn but very firm-minded,
Firm-minded.
very firm-minded. And so probably this also helped her. So once she took a decision, means it was a decision, and she pursued it forever.
Didi, there's another question from the viewers. They say that you mentioned that renunciation is real renunciation when you have everything, and yet your mind doesn't waver into all these things. But there's a confusion in some viewers' mind that when we have everything, we will never feel that we need something, and there will never be that urge to attain, never be that feeling of some lacking. But when we do not have something, that is when we feel.
Here it is. You have everything of the world with you. Beautiful big car, good house, good family, good job, everything nice. But still it is not alokik, na? Still it is not that thing which gives you peace inside, happiness inside. Still you are looking for something. What you are looking for? To achieve that, you get detached from here. Super sensuous joy. One is the joy of this world, and other one is super sensuous. If you want to experience super sensuous joy, then this can be given up.
Thank you, Didi. And you mentioned that Mama was very determined, and we, through our experiences with you, we know that you too are very determined. So we would like to know your experiences, how a person with a determined mind, how would be what would be the thoughts, the words and the actions. How is the determination? Because it should not look like an ego. So how to reflect that determination in the right spirit in our thoughts, words and actions?
This determination should be corroborated with clear understanding and realization. If you are very clear about it, supposing you have a target and you have to send an arrow, you are very clear that if you do this, this will happen. Understanding is there, and then you throw and you get it. Similarly, when understanding is there, then this determination becomes stronger, and when determination is stronger, then nothing can shake you, because you have had that experience. So determination with experience, understanding, determination and experience, realization, this helps you to keep to your determined thoughts.
Thank you, Didi. So that will help all of us, and we are done with the questions also, and a very, very warm thanks from all the viewers. Thank you, Didi.
Thank you.
Om Shanti. Didi Asha gave very beautiful class to all of us. So on behalf of the BK family from Asia, Australia, New Zealand and other countries, those who took benefit, we like to say thank you so much, making it so clear the topic renunciation with royalty. So Asha Didi, thank you so much on behalf of the BK family. So we can have little meditation with Asha Didi, and Asha Didi will give drishti to all of us. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Let us be with the family. in the angelic world, in front of Bap Dada, as a family. And let us experience that sweet, powerful drishti from Bap Dada, and try to experience that joy, super sensuous joy, flowing from the heart. Baba's drishti is making me forget everything. Only me and Baba. Let us get totally absorbed into it. Baba's love through his powerful drishti is making me very light.
मधुर साज से भरे अंदाज में बुलाए बाबा पुकार के बच्चिया आवाज से परे मधुर साज से भरे अंदाज में बुलाए बाबा पुकार के बच्चिया Sita